Yeah.
Which referee it was that ran into it?
Was it red?
Yeah.
Some of them were.
Don't think it was me. It
It
was.
was the Italian guy.
Yeah. I'll let you put it down.
In a bit. And for our final game of the day, we're about to get underway with Great Britain versus Turkey in the Women's Elite Division. Sitting out for GB this afternoon, we have Sam Marlowe and Janet Fletcher, who are both currently on the phones, but they're quite comfy. And here we go, GB win the strike and they immediately take it out to the far side wall. If we go back to yesterday when they played Turkey in their opening match of the tournament, Turkey offered quite a bit of resistance and they kept the score till 1-0 until the 13th minute. Similar happened for them today when they played France early, and they are slowly but steadily improving through the tournament. They have struggled for goals. I believe they are still yet to score, so they don't pose much of a offensive presence, but that's a nice drive they've created on the far side wall. GB now trying to swim it out down the left-hand side, and here comes number 11, that's Lauren Aisbit. And then through the centre goes Diana. Diana's still going down that right-hand side. This is a nice swim being put together. The speed has been the undoing for these teams, and there goes Fee Maynard. The flick onto the goal, pushed in by Fiona Maynard, I think. We will see. It says no goal, and now they'll go to a referee's timeout. So just in that one move, the speed that the GB team possessed, just able to undo the Turkish defence after their best start to a match at this European Championships, getting all the way down the pool. For the referee's timeout, just discussing as to possibly why it's not a goal or whose advantage it should be. So it could be a sending out for the Turkish, and then GB will have the play. So it's an advantage puck to Great Britain. It's going to be in a dangerous area, because hopefully it should be in front of our cameras. That'd be good. So it's Maddie Hollick who's out, but Great Britain have the advantage. Drive on the goal by GB initially stopped and pushed out to the far side. Maddie Hollick out for 2 minutes. Have another stoppage. And it looks like a penalty has been signalled. A lot of penalties being given so far in this World Championships. So this European Championships, I apologise. based upon the fact that the goals sit a little bit out of the way of the wall and they have been stuffed, so the puck can't go behind them, but there is the temptation to be able to grab them, which results in an automatic penalty or penalty goal, depending on the advantage gained by the player, whether the goal would be certain or likely being the defining moments there. So it's going to be Rachel Hickey and Alyssa Oates. Penalty was signalled, but I believe we're in another referee's timeout as they discuss. It is hard to get much purchase on the goal at the opposite end, but this one is, you can get your fingers down the backhand, hold on to it if you really wanted to. And now it looks like they've de-escalated from a penalty, and it's just going to be an advantage puck to Great Britain on the 5 metre line in the centre. So Great Britain down with a flat line of 3, very similar in style to the Spanish. The Turkish rush out, pushing off the wall, using that to their advantage whilst defending, and they seem to have powered through the Great Britain team. And there's a good swim out down the centre. This is a very good start by the Turkish women, holding off the GB women, and for them they need to make sure that these opportunities get put in at the first time of asking, so that they can prosper in the closer games that they will have against France and Spain. Still possibility for Great Britain to top the group. They currently lie in second after the first round of the double round robin. France top the group, and this looks like we've got our first goal as we come back in. And yes, we have our first goal of the game, and it's number 7, the captain, Rachel Hickey. So as I was saying about the groups, we've got France who lead after 3 wins, and 1 goal conceded. No, 0 goals conceded, I believe. GB second with 2 wins. Spain with 1 win, and Turkey bottom with 0 wins. So if GB were to win their remaining games, including France, and depending on the amount of goals scored past France, would depend on the outcome of the match. Top team would play Turkey in the semi-finals, and second and third will play off against each other, which at the moment looks like GB would be playing Spain. Advantage puck for GB just in front of the Turkish area. And Turkey come away with it, but must have been knocked down illegally, or nope, they were obstructing the Turkish. So they will be moved back. Oh, Lee Beard, nice of you to join us. Here we go again. And another quick stoppage in play. This time it's legally knocked him down to be controlled by the Great Britain team. 10 minutes remaining in the first. Moving down to the far side wall. Still play on the far side wall, but Great Britain moving the puck down into the far corner. Play still being played in that far side wall, but Turkey trying to come out down the back wall towards the GB end. A bit more progress being made on that move as GB seem to be moving back. And now GB begin to switch the move that could undo, and it's a beautiful flick forward, and now Maddie Hollick gets possession, but that Turkish defender just times her challenge right to stop her. Kim Mokes now in on the play, and we have a stoppage. And after the initial stop, a stick foul. So Turkey will get pushed back, and GB will get the fresh bodies in. In for GB, you've got Alyssa Oates, who's going to take this. Lauren Aisbett on the left, and Fee Maynard on the right. Turkey cut it out well, and this is a nice chance for them to go, but they've got to get past Rachel Hickey. Not an easy task at all, as Rachel Hickey continues swimming backwards all the way in front of her goal as she's under pressure and can't quite turn out, knowing all her team's in front of her. Now she turns, and Fee Maynard is back to support her. Lauren Dwyer passing the puck up to Fee. She gives it back. Laura takes a look, and then she tries to go straight past them on the wall, but we've got a stoppage. Potentially a glove locked in on the wall. And that is what the chief referee signals. Glove being left on the wall with no attempt to play the puck with the stick. Hard for teams to get advantage in those situations. Alyssa Oates moves the puck forward. Fee Maynard's still in there to the right. Those two will be teammates in Sheffield in a month's time, and Alyssa Oates not being allowed to surface there by one of the Turkish players. A misunderstanding, I'm sure. Turkey now to take the advantage puck. The flick forward doesn't break the first lines at this first time. Now Turkey under pressure by Lauren Dwyer. Break off the wall from Turkey. Nice flick to the inside. Turkey down the back wall, searching for their first goal of the tournament to tie things up. The body's down for Turkey, showing the fitness. The drive on the goal looks like it's gone over to the far side. It has. It's come to the far side wall. So GB have it safe after one of the best chances Turkey have had this tournament. Turkey attack again, trying to get into the centre. But GB now come away with the puck with a little bit of pace. Play moving out to underneath the referee's table. And now play coming back across to the far wall. Here goes Diana Thalella. Fee Maynard now. She's off to the races. She's got a player inside her. Lays the puck back. Diana plays it inside to Alyssa Oates. Diana still down. Lays the puck off. Here goes Rachel Hickey trying to get in on the play. Play on the wall, and now GB come off on the 45. They've flicked forward behind the Turkish lines, but Turkey happy to just put this into the corner. Fee Maynard goes to take the puck out. Turkey put it back in. GB leaving a deep line, allowing Turkey to almost play it out in between their forwards and then set up for potentially a backline switch move. It's Michelle McWhinney there with that play. Illegally knocked the puck down by the controlling player there. And Kai Waters is going to take his first time out for the game. And that's now being acknowledged by the referee. You're more than welcome for the shout out, Lee, even though it was a little bit of a dig at how much time you spend in the sin bin sometimes. This is proving to be quite the test for GB. Turkey tend to get to the 10-minute mark, and then that's when they start to tire after relentless defending. The difference in this game is that Turkey have had a significant amount of time in the GB off defensive third and coming close to scoring. They've not been under the same amounts of pressure. There's been plenty of stoppages to allow players in, and obviously Maddie Hollick being out for 2 minutes allowed for a bit more of a break as they defend 6-on-5. But GB lead here with 5.5 minutes left in the first. Turkey still with their timeout, and Turkey have just received a warning at the end of this period. And miscommunication there, but we're off again. Here we go, ready to move again. Less than 5 minutes now as Alyssa Oates takes this advantage puck for Great Britain with Lauren Aisbett and Maddie Hollick in there to aim for. Turkey as well. It's down to 5. Just for the moment. Play making its way into the corner. Maddie Hollick trying to work the puck into a better position, unable to do so. And Lauren Aisbett gets down to pressure. Now Lauren Dwyer, sorry, mixing the two up. There's Laura Aisbett as she surfaces again. And now the stoppages. There's only 20 seconds left on the penalty clock for the Turkish player who's out. Great Britain have an advantage puck and she'll have a way to swim to get back involved in the game. But she sits on the side with 15 seconds left of her time penalty to go. So a real chance for GB to double their lead. As Lauren Dwyer flicks the puck onto the back wall, just missing her target there. Play into the back corner and now Turkey back up to 6 in the water. GB trying to come off. Now the flick forward. There comes the returning play. You just see her getting on the play there. Fee Maynard waiting on the goal for a flick to come her way. Alyssa Oates doing the same, but we're going to have a stoppage in the play. And the stoppage is to award Great Britain a penalty goal. So Great Britain go up by 2 goals with 3 minutes remaining. This was very similar to the first game where they went 2-0 up after scoring early, being held out, then they get put up again. And now we're going to see what they can produce. In the last game, they were able to come straight off the strike, go down the other end and have a 3-0 lead by half-time. And now the Turkish coach uses the full 30 seconds to run down the clock, and then he claims for his first team timeout of the match. Five seconds until we get in there for the strike. And there we are, straight first 2 to the puck. Play on the far side wall, moving into the back corner. GB will look to come off the wall on the 45. And a stoppage. A stick infringement there. And it's going to be advantage to GB. 2 minutes remaining in the first. You can see Michelle McQuinney on the far side, Rachel Hickey and Kim Mokes at the back there. The forward line down well in front of them. There underbody lateral to try and find her teammate there. Who's that on the puck? It's Laura Aisbett trying to get down. Turkey just keeping the puck in the corner to get. He'll be a good scoreline if Turkey can get to half-time with just the 2-goal deficit. Of course, Turkey, whoever goes into the corner, if the puck's been left there by one of their own players, have to immediately attempt to bring it out of the corner. and the referee says that this time it was GB. No, he's changed his mind to the correct way that I did think. So Turkey took the puck into the corner, and when they weren't under any pressure, they made no attempt to try and bring out the puck. So now the puck is reset. The flat three is down for GB, potentially trying something new. And Turkey are down to 5, but they just need to hold on for 20 seconds to take this 2-0 deficit into half-time. If one of them gets the puck and gets it to the corner, they should be able to outlast the clock. Plenty of fitness within the players. And there's a stoppage. Gloving, it would be advantage to Turkey, but we're going to go into half-time with a score at 2-0. About to get underway in the second half with Great Britain up by 2-0 over Turkey in the ladies' elite round robin game. And off we go. You can see the GB girls on the subs bench there. And then one of them is flying out to the puck and wins the race. Trying to wriggle through them there. Play going over to the far side. And Turkey are about to go back up to 5 as GB tried to come down the back wall. Referee's in position to get a good view of any action that's required on the back wall, and GB trying to make a strong, imposing start. Turkey have had 3 minutes to just relax, and hopefully they're going to try and stay in this game with a bit of close contention rather than letting the games escape them as we get further through this competition. Lovely little move to get inside there by Fee Kirkby on the left-hand side. Fee Kirkby there getting onto the attack. Moving down her strong side. Again, if you know what the film is, where the quote is left side, strong side, put it in the comment section and I'll see who's got good taste in films. I also welcome guesses and I'll give clues. As Rachel Hickey faces the wrong way, turns around to try and figure out exactly where she's going to go. But then three Turkish players don't give her much options with that, as Michelle McWhinney is down and in place to try and stop the Turkish drive. There's been an advantage played here by the referee, and now we can see that he's stopping the play, playing an advantage. And I think, I thought might have been in favour of Great Britain, but it's actually against. So Michelle McWhinney must have been doing something. Turkish just been told they've got too many delegates on the pool side, and that they have to remove. You're allowed 2 players in the war, 3 coaching staff or playing assistants to be either 2 in the water and 1 on the side, all 3 on the side, or 2 on the side and 1 in the water. Turkey have another advantage. And the centre back there just offering some advice and motivation to try and get the first goal in this one. It was nice to see Mr. Ozan in the stand earlier as his Turkish ladies team put a very strong performance in against France. He was on the it's not Matt, it's left side, strong side, guarantee it. Jerry Bertier. Absolutely is. So advantage now to GB. That bit of possession by the Turkish coming to nothing. GB coming away with it down the far wall. And referee timeout. And Turkey go back down to 5 once again following the timeout. And it's not Lauren Dwyer who's gone out, as it's for Turkish players, so that will get changed in a moment. But Turkey do have the advantage puck and they try flick it through. You don't really get anything, Matt. You just get a bit of a shout out on Navision in front of 47 viewers. Although since I will be seeing you in Sheffield, I might give you some hydration whilst you're up there as a bit of a favour. Turkey on the attack, not much action with the barrier in the way, but Turkey again putting a nice bit of pressure on. also says Fiona Maynard's out, and that's not quite true either. It's just number 6, number 12 for White, Celine Arslan. And we'll see what's happening now. Looks like it could still be Turkey on the attack as they get ready to take the advantage puck. Chief referee allowing them enough time to get their players in after subbing, as it is for their advantage. Fee Kirkby now coming down the left side. Fee Maynard ahead of her. Unable to unleash Fee Maynard down the left side. Fee Kirkby just turned around and she goes up just in front of a sub's bin but doesn't sub. Kim Moak's trying to dodge and duck and weave through. Nicole Patel, why did you even need to ask? I mean, come on. Play moving down. Michelle McQuinney looking for the pass onto the inside, staying down to cover the puck. And now a chance for GB to break at speed. It's Fee Maynard, delivers the inside pass to Alyssa Oates, and Alyssa Oates finally moves the score up to 3 goals in favour of Great Britain over Turkey. Turkey just done over with the rolling drive. If it can slow them down. Oh, my apologies, it's down as... Well, it's not Maddie Hollick because it was definitely Fee Maynard in the water, so slightly wrong by the referees. 7.5 minutes. We're halfway through the second half. GB have just extended their lead from 2 to 3 goals. So Turkey offering some different challenges in this particular match as we get underway once again. GB on the offensive straight away, making it all the way down to the Turkish back wall. Maddie Hollick's just lost her mask as she surfaces. Plays right underneath the little commentary booth we've got here, although we are relocating tomorrow. And hopefully we'll bring you some better images as we start the day with Great Britain in France in the Elite Women's second round of the 2-round round robin. That's a lot of rounds to say. Nice little drive down the middle. Alyssa with the flick forward. And that takes it to 4-0. Obviously promising for Georgie Lamble, who has 2 of her players in this elite squad. Alyssa Oates and Fiona Maynard will be playing in Sheffield in just under 2 weeks' time. So, challenge for an athlete to go from training into a big competition and then go back to the training in different ways and then back to game time in such a short space of time. But all the GB athletes in the age groups following a periodization plan. And Fiona and Alyssa both know what they're doing with their training, having represented the elites and under 24s before over the last 2 years. So it's Turkey now who are having another push towards the Great Britain goal with 5 minutes remaining. They have been quite impressive this game. The Turkish maybe getting their balance for the team selection right. We have a stoppage in play, and it's going to be GB who can clear their lines with an advantage puck. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow morning for the France-Great Britain game, which will be 8 o'clock in the morning for all you lovely folks back home, 9 if you're in France or Castellon. And we're hopefully going to move the dry side camera, which we're looking at now, to a more aerial position that looks over the length of the pool, and hopefully when we can't see everything on the far side of the wall, if things don't clear up, we can at least talk about exactly what's on the far side of the pool and the way that the team are moving in shape, and still see all the decisions that's given by the chief referee. But still, for the moment, the play on the far side, Turkey, I think, still trying to get down the back wall. Play static, and now it looks like GB are moving the puck with some degree of speed. Still over in the far side. And it's Turkey moving the puck now, and GB have to play catch up here. Puck being controlled in the corner. Turkey still with some very good offensive pressure here. His play still just slowing down for the moment, and now we have a stoppage. Obstruction, and it's going to be advantage to Turkey. And the number 3, the centre back for Turkey, who is possibly the loudest in the team, isn't even the captain. The captain of the Turkish team is number 10. But there's she might be the vice captain, and in the language of Georgia Lamble, the under-24 coach in Great Britain, that stands for vocal captain rather than vice. Each captain having their own style and different qualities, and motivators being found all over the pool as GB cut out the set play by the Turkish. Rachel Hickey doing a great solo effort to secure the puck and put it out into a wide position as Michelle McWhinney comes down and gets in. Maybe a slight block there by Michelle McWhinney, but GB play on. Play right underneath the GB subs bin. And we're going to have the clock stop on the 2 minutes. And it looks like there's been an obstruction. And then we're going to have 2 players come out. Maddie Hollick's come out for one reason or another, and we've said Maddie Hollick's out for a foul, but then following the advantage, we've got a GB advantage puck. And there we go, Alyssa Oates ready to take it. Fiona Maynard to her left, the little dummy not going through first time. Fee Kirkby backing up on the wall. Fee Maynard unable to go anywhere with it, and Turkey have a chance to swim once again. Turkey having their swims, but all being confined onto the wall, and the problem is, if you go all the way down the wall, then you end up in the corner, and then you've got to go down the back wall, and once that team's set down there, especially if you're on the same side as the opposing substitutes, they can get fresher people in, and you just tire yourselves out, and that's been hard for the Turkish in this match, who have done all the hard work and effort to get down to the far end of the pool, and then the tiredness, not able to keep up with the speed as they come back down. And Turkey will take their second time out of the match as we go to 5-a-side for the remaining 90 seconds. So Turkey coming up to the line to defend an advantage puck, which will once again be taken by Alyssa Oates. She's got Laura Asbit, and she makes on a 90-degree swim out wide to the right-hand side of the pool. Play on the far side, right underneath the referee's area. GB moving the puck towards the Turkish end. Trying to find the play, and there's the swim towards the goal, but Turkey have it covered. Going towards the goal, defence holding up for Turkey at the moment. 45 seconds left in the match. GB could push this out to 5 as the little bit of the last action of the half, but things seem to be firmly placed in that corner, and Turkey will do really well if they're able to hold it out. But they still need to find a way to score more goals in this competition, the Turkish ladies. Play is improving every single match, and the fitness is clearly there. Just need to find a bit more skills that make them win in the one-on-ones. So the clock stops on 30 seconds. Maddie Hollick will be... No, Maddie Hollick won't be getting back in. Neither will either of the two players who find themselves on the bench for Turkey. So it's a 5-on-4 to end, unless we have another sending out. And for now, Turkey continue to hold it. Still holding them out, the Turkish. Play moving into the corner. 15 seconds. Turkey just opting to hold it in the corner and not let anybody up that back wall, but they've got 5 seconds to hold on here, Turkey, and that will be a very positive performance taken on by the coach. Disappointment maybe that they didn't get a goal in this one after so much time at the other end, but with a scoreline of 4-0 against them, so GB winning, it's nice to see that they've developed their game and they're able to prosper in other ways. So until the morning, for all you GB fans back home, see you bright and breezy, and hopefully we'll have some nice footage for you.